going on, YouTubers? Nick Vapor back here with another product review. Today we're going to be talking about the Sigelei Chronos Baby Kit. The Sigelei Chronos Baby Kit is something that I picked up for my own personal collection. I like small little products that are able to fit in the palm of my hand. That way I can go back and forth to work, not have to lug around a big mod with me at all times. Be able to fit it in any of my pockets, whether it be my coat pocket or in my pants pocket, wherever the case might be. It doesn't seem like it's weighing me down. So here's the packaging that the Chronos Baby Kit comes in. You got Sigelei logo in the top left or right hand corner, along with the Chronos Baby logo in the right bottom hand corner. And you're going to have your color code in the top portion of the box. This is the Onyx black version. It's all black version. Onyx is the black version. On the back of the product, package, you're gonna see the wattage out range, the specifications for the product, along with what the package contains, and you're gonna have social media also. I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna go up close and personal and show you guys what all comes in the package, and show you guys the coil and the tank, along with the mod and all the LED specifications. Alright guys, I'm going to show you what the package contains. It is going to come in this sleeve type of deal. Inside of the sleeve you're going to get two boxes. One of the boxes is going to be your Sigelei Baby Onyx tank, or whatever color tank that you ended up purchasing. Inside of that box you are going to get some extra O-rings. You're going to get the Sigelei tank, baby tank user manual. Very short and sweet. It's going to show you your coils, where to fill, blah blah blah. You're going to get a warranty card. You're going to get pre-installed is going to be the bubble tank. I took the bubble tank off and put the regular straight glass tank on there. You are going to get a extra coil. Now this is the 0.28 coil. I have the 0.25 in there now. One thing I want to recommend is take a couple drops of e-liquid and throw it down inside the coil before you fill this thing up. I also usually take a drop or two on each one of the wicking slots there, and then screw it into your base, screw your tank back together, and then use your top fill. Now you're also going to get a second box that is going to have your Chronos Baby mod in it. Inside of that box you will receive a warranty card, this is going over the safe, secure, the password and everything, so make sure you take a look at that if you're not watching this video. You're also going to get the user manual for the Chronos Baby, the actual mod itself. And of course, you're going to get your Chronos Baby. Just the mod in one box and then tank in the other box. Last but not least, you are going to get a standard USB for 2 amp charging. Alright guys, and we're up close and personal with the Chronos Baby Kit. You got Chronos Baby logo here. You're going to have Sigelei logo on the backside. You're going to have your joystick. It's going to let you change your wattage and your settings. You're going to have your fire button here. And this is going to be a 0.91 inch OLED screen. The tank here, I believe they consider this the Sigelei Baby tank. That's what that's called. Top fill. There's a lot of threading to come off of this top fill. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but not too bad. You're going to have your fill port here. One thing I noticed from the difference between this and the regular Chronos kit, they do have an O-ring around the fill port, which is nice. The regular Sigelei kit did not have the O-ring around that fill port. I haven't had it leak at all. As you've seen, that there is some juice residue up on the top there. It's just from throwing it back and forth in my pocket and being out to work on it. You're going to have your charge port right here on the side, so that's nice. You'll be able to stand it up and still charge it. The device itself is a 2000 milliamp battery. It's built in, so you're going to have to use USB to charge, and you're going to be able to fire between 10 and 80 watts, and you're going to be able to build down from a 0.05 ohm coil to a 3.0 ohm coil. This device is 26.5 millimeters on the top. You're going to have 38.2 millimeters from side to side, and the length of the device is going to be 66.6 millimeters. It is made out of a zinc alloy, so you can hear it's pretty tingy. Not too bad. The button's really clicky. Nice button. We'll go through that password setting here in a minute. Now the tank itself, you're going to have your airflow settings on each side. There's just going to be 2 ports there, and you're going to have a stopper on each side as well. So it's kind of nice. It does go way past your airflow for whatever reason before it stops, but it does have a stopper on there. Me personally, I have been running it about that far from being fully closed, and the reason being behind that is because it quiets the tank down a ton. With it being wide open, the tank is kind of loud, but we'll go through that on the cons. The device itself, it's tiny. It's a very nice little small dainty device. That's why I purchased it. I like small little products that I could throw in my pocket. So now the tank itself, they're saying that it'll hold 3.5 with the straight glass on, 5.5 milliliters of juice with the bubble glass that comes pre-installed, and they include a 0.25 ohm coil, a 0.28 coil as well. The tank is 25 millimeters at the base and 48 millimeters long. You're going to have a 510 drip tip that comes pre-installed. It's a nice little shorty, stubby drip tip. Not too big of bore, but not too small for being 510. I wish they would have put an 810 on there, but that's just me personally. Now the screen on this, you're going to have a password setting as soon as you get this device. You're going to have to change the password. You're going to have to change it to all 8s. I don't know if you guys can see that. Once I slide it over, you'll be able to see it. Now once you have all 8s in there, that's going to be the password on all these Sigelei models. You just hit the firing button. It's going to tell you password OK, and then you're going to have your screen. Now in your screen, you're going to have your wattage, what mode you're in. You're going to have your ohms, your volts, and a battery indicator. It does time out kind of fast, but I don't mind that at all. Now to lock it again, you would just have to click it 3 times and it's going to lock the system. Now every time you lock it, you're not going to be able to fire it, but you are going to have to put in your password again before you're able to use it. So it is kind of a pain, but it's all for child safety. We don't want kids getting a hold of this thing and being able to vape on it. So once you're at this menu, you can hold down on the joystick and you're going to take you into your modes. You're going to have power mode. You're going to have stainless steel 304, stainless steel 316, stainless steel 317, nickel, titanium, and back to power. Now in power mode, you're going to be able to go to watts, volts, or your mode set or model settings. So you could set up a certain wattage and just change your models rather than have to go through your wattage settings every time. Just go from side to side, and that's going to change your wattage, and you're going to go in 0.5 increments. So it scrolls pretty quick. It's pretty nice. And I do like the joystick. It's nice tension. It doesn't bump real easy, but I kind of like it. I wish they would have made it silver just like the button instead of gold, but that's just me. So that's all I really got to go over down in the up close and personal section. We'll take it back up top and give you guys my final thoughts along with my pros and cons for the Sigelei Chronus Baby Kit. Alright guys, we are back up on top with the Chronus Baby Kit. So my final thoughts on this thing, if you want something that's very portable, something that's very small, that you're still going to be able to put big atomizers on, this thing is perfect. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted it for, that I could still fit my big tanks or my RDAs on top of here and still have something small that's going to get me through let's say driving back and forth to work or while I'm at work, it's not going to get you through a whole day. It's only 2,000 milliamps internal battery. It's not going to get you through a whole day. But if you want something to carry other than a big mod that's going to be able to hold your big atomizers, this is perfect for what you are looking for. Go over some pros and cons in my opinion. I would have to say that one of the cons for me is I went on the Sigelei website, and on the Sigelei website it states that it comes with a mesh coil. It shows that it's installed, pre-installed in this tank, and it does not come with a mesh coil. It comes with 2 round wire coils, and it doesn't come with a mesh coil at all. So I have to list that as a con. Why they don't include a mesh coil is beyond me. I mean, every product out right now should come with a mesh coil. It's to that point right now. Sub-ohm tanks are made for mesh coils. The flavor's better. You know, you get longer out of your coils, last longer with the mesh coils. There's just absolutely no reason to not include a mesh coil at this point. So I have to list that as a con. Another thing is the top fill. I mean, it may seem minute, but why is it got to be, 14 spins for it to come off? Maybe not 14, but, you get the drift. The tank itself is just not my cup of tea. I think they could have done a little bit better on the tank. It is kind of loud when you have it wide open. Now, if you do close it off, like I showed in the up and close, it does seem to quiet it down quite a bit. Let me show you here. So, I mean, it does quiet it down a lot when you cut the airflow off. But if you want more airflow, that's a very tight, restricted lung hit, in my opinion, when you have it closed off that much. If you want something that's wide open, you're not going to like this tank. Now, the mod itself, I think, is awesome. Tiny, 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 tiny. Here is the regular Sheikah kit, for a size comparison. Something that else is popular, give you guys a little size comparisons here. The Pulse 80 watt, so I mean, the tank and everything, the mod is about the same height with the Pulse 80 watt and the Profile RDA on there. Just something else to show you. Right there is the topside dual. Just give you guys a little size compare on how tiny this thing actually is. The mod, as far as pros and cons go, I think it's all pros. The button's nice. I wish it would have been maybe a tiny bit bigger, but you really don't have enough room on there. The joystick's nice. Like I said, I wish they would have matched it with the button, but it's very small things, kind of just subjective. The password thing, I understand why people are starting to do something like this. Just with the FDA regulations and stuff, the fight going on right now, it's better to be cautious than not cautious. So, just clicking 4 buttons isn't going to kill us. So, I gotta say, I really like this product. The tank, nah, whatever. I personally have been pairing it up with the Gear RTA. Show you what that looks like. And I really like this setup with the gear on there. It's tiny. You get good flavor. And there you have the gear. I mean, this thing, I can hold it in my hand, completely covers it up. So the gear is a good fit on here. For going out to like vape shops and trying juices and stuff, I think that throwing like I throw my Profile on here and it's tiny. I mean, it's super small. So throwing my Profile on there, just a nice little small device to go drop a couple drops on, try your e-juices at your local vape shops. This thing's awesome for that too. Just very small, very compact, and that's what I was looking for. So, is it a good product? I do think so. I think that the mod is very good. The tank, I don't have one of the mesh coils. It could be great with a mesh coil in there. I wish that the airflow was a little bit more open, and I wish that the airflow was a little bit more quiet. But it's not terrible. I mean, it's the flavor is actually pretty good. I was kind of surprised with the flavor. The flavor is very good for being a round coil build. But the coil longevity, I guarantee, is not going to be as long as what a mesh coil would be. Like I said, Sigelei does offer mesh coils that they say do fit in this tank. I just don't have any, and I wasn't going to order them and wait on them before I put this video out. So I wish they would have just included in the kit, and then I wouldn't have to be talking about this right now. So a lot of cons on the tank, but I have hardly any cons on the mod itself. The battery life seems to be pretty good. You know, I mean, like I said, I've been using it with the Gear RTA, which I usually rock around like 50 watts. I have used it with my Fountain King on top, so I'm running that at 70 watts, and I'm getting 3 hours, 4 hours at 70 watts. I mean, which isn't bad. I'm not just sitting there chain vaping, but your normal occasional vape. It's got pretty decent lifespan for the battery. Charging wise, I really never timed it. I would say maybe around 2 hours from completely dead to completely fully charged. But that's just a rough estimate. I usually just throw it on my nightstand, plug it in before I go to sleep. When I wake up, it's charged. So that is my review on the Sigelei Chronos Baby Kit. So that's going to be it for today's product review. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and check me out on Instagram. It's nicked_out_vapor on Instagram. Keep you updated on when the next video is going to come out, and it's going to give me my little hand checks. We'll see you next time here on Nicked Out Vapor. Peace.